Okay, I'm here with Lisa. Lisa is going to be your alias for this video here. I'm very happy that you agree to go on a video with me because oftentimes, or usually, of course, recipients want to keep their family life and their plans private, which is also why I made sure that Lisa is anonymous in this video. Now, anyone can talk to me, and I'm a very open donor, but I put a lot of value in making sure that my recipients can keep their life private and their children private. So that's really up to them. So thanks so much for being here. I have only one microphone, so I'll put the microphone on you or near you. You can hold it. Just hold it in your hand.
Yeah.
And then I'll just put in the questions because I don't know if people can hear me. So the first question is, what made you choose to go with the donor, specifically or especially in your late 20s, which is not very common?
So I have been in relationships before where we have considered children. Um, but towards the end of the relationship, I've realized that the person that I was in a relationship with wasn't entirely suitable or ready to be a parent. However, I am ready to be a parent. Um, so I think I would like to go through this journey on my own, and then maybe experience relationships a bit later. Um, However, I'd like to start having children now so I can have longer with my children and my grandchildren.
Chose to go with an open donor.
Because I think an open donor was really attractive to me because I am doing this process on my own. Um, So that sort of limits the family on the father's side. However, Dan has made it quite clear on his social media that he is available to be there and answer any questions and have that relationship if the child wants to.
What made you then decide you wanted to work with me as a donor? Because there are a lot of donors out there. I don't think the UK has the best supply of donors, but what made you go with a donor who lives all the way in the United States, visits here maybe sometimes, but you didn't choose the most convenient donor, you chose me. Now, why did you do that?
So when I was looking for a donor, I found that a lot of the donors in the UK would be avoiding answers to my questions. They wouldn't be as transparent. They wouldn't seem as genuine. Um, when I saw Dan's profile, Dan seemed really genuine, very open to and honest about questions. Um, he was very he was very patient with me with all my questions. Um, And yeah, he just seemed really genuine and he really values his work and cares about the future of children.
That's very nice of you to say. Um, what would you tell other recipients who want to work with me as their donor about your experience working with me?
I think Dan has a really kind nature, and his you can tell from his actions that he really genuinely cares about his work and he cares about the future of the children. He cares about health, he cares about fertility, and bringing up healthy babies instead of just bringing any baby into the world. Um,
Would you say the things that I post out there on social media um, also impacted your lifestyle and your kind of things you know or understand about children and having babies?
I've learned that everyday items in the household can be really effective and harmful to you. So it's been really fun learning about health from Dan from his social media. I really appreciate the information that he's put out there so I can be healthier, my baby can be healthier. Um, and yeah, I will continue to be healthy and raise healthy children.
That's so great. Thanks so much, Lisa. I really appreciate that a lot. Again, you're the first recipient to agree to go on video with me, but of course, I'll make sure you're anonymous. so you and your children don't have to anything to do with the donor Dan um, fame or what people want to not fame of course, but that's more a joke. But people ask me sometimes if they can have pictures from the donor conceived children or the donor conceived families, and I never ever share anything like that, except if a recipient told me, hey, it's fine, I want my kids to be out there, but I would understand why you wouldn't want to do that. So I really appreciate you taking the time and the effort to have this little conversation with me, and I hope this helps other people out there understand why someone would choose to go with a donor. I think it's a great choice to go with a donor in your late 20s or early 30s if you feel like the sexual marketplace is not offering the parents that you would like for your child, right? Um, I see more and more women in their late 20s saying they want to go and work with a donor, which I absolutely understand, because if you are, let's say you're 28, 29 years old, you go into a relationship, it takes you 3 years to decide if you want to be a parent with that person, and then you're 32 years old, and then you realize, no, I don't want to go with this person. Then you're looking at a fairly small fertility window the years after, so it can be kind of a pressure, and I think it's important for young women to know that there are other options. So thank you for speaking up and sharing your experience here.